you?
Hello?
Hello, Jughead. This is Archie. Come over right away. It's a matter of life or death.
Oh, relax, Archie.
Attention, all true believers. Marvel Comics is on the air.
A friend of the unfortunate, enemy of criminals. In reality, Dan Garrett, a rookie patrolman, loved by everyone but suspected by none of being the Blue Beetle.
Boys and girls, your attention, please. Presenting a new exciting radio program featuring the thrilling adventures of an amazing and incredible personality.
Faster than an airplane, more powerful than a locomotive, impervious to bullets.
Up in the sky, look!
It's a bird, it's a plane, it's Superman!
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to another Thursday night sketch up with Mog and Mel. We want to, you guys are going to be in for a treat tonight. We have Beth Sotelo with us. We have Jason Strutz and Sean Lenahan. We haven't seen him in a long time, so we'll be catching up with everybody. And so stay with us. We'll be right back after this short break. Hey, welcome back, everyone. Thanks again for joining us this Thursday evening. Moggy, how are you doing?
Me?
Yeah.
Moggy?
Yeah. That's what I call her.
I'm doing pretty
Mog,
good.
Okay.
I'm doing pretty good.
And what are you going to be working on tonight?
I'm actually going to do this quick color sketch of we're gonna go some retro tonight, and I'm gonna do Snoopy. Nostalgia, you know? Yeah.
From the Peanuts Gallery. Yeah, okay. And the starting bid on that is going to be?
I don't know. It's a color, so.
Oh wait, we'll go cheap on that. Let's start that off at 20. Okay.
Wow.
And if you want to get on the freebies tonight, #EXP Grump. That'll get you in the running. And if you haven't yet, hit that follow button so that way we can continue to bring you wonderful shows all week, like Order Up, the final cutoff. That's every Fridays at 9 a.m. PST or 12 p.m. Eastern. All right. So you definitely want to check up on that. That's going to be your last chance to see what you might be missing that you want to order. So get in on that action. Right. And then we also have Beth Sotelo, famous colorist from Image and Aspen Comics, and the creator of Grump. How are you doing, Beth?
I'm doing so good. Thanks for having me on your show again.
And yeah, you were so much fun the last time, and can't wait to see what's going on with you. And you're going to be at WonderCon starting tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I have a table A16, and I will have. In the front. Yeah, exactly. I'll have this guy with me, Grump. I'm the writer illustrator for this, and some little paintings. Oh, I have a vending machine full of stickers and little mini original art paintings that I'm going to have. You can get a coin and vend, and maybe you'll get some original art.
Is that legal?
Is it not? I hope it is. Let's see if I could. There it is.
Oh, wow.
I'm going to take it with me. It's full of loot.
So that stuff is going to actually come out of there?
Yeah, it does. It makes all the proper noises and everything. It's a beautiful thing.
Oh man, you know we're gonna stop by there.
I hope so.
We gotta try that machine out. Yeah, we'll be there for 2 panels. I think it's at like 12:30, and then another one at like 5 to 7. So that'll be interesting to check out there. We also have with us Jason Strutz. thanks again for coming back.
Yeah.
If you all remember, he's starting his very first Kickstarter called Return, which is currently live on Kickstarter. How's that going for you, Jason?
It's going very well, very well. Super excited. We crossed 300% today. So now just looking to get it in the most amount of hands possible. And wraps up at midnight on Monday. So March 31st, end of the month, the last day. So a few more days to get in on that.
Okay. And if you haven't checked that out, you should, because the artwork is amazing. Right. And
easy to check out. You can read everything free at returnedcomic.com. And if you want to read it in a more convenient book form, the Kickstarter.
There you go. Okay. And we'll get into a little bit more about that later on. But let's go ahead and check in with Mr. Sean Lenahan. We haven't seen him in a while.
Hey,
you've been busy. Where you been?
Where have I been? I've been working, man. Annie got promoted at work, and she's been like slammed with all things like that. But I'll be at WonderCon tomorrow at B21.
B21.
Yeah, well, I mean, not again, but she's just been killing it at work. So it's been all about her, and I've been trying to support her. So yeah, we'll be tomorrow at WonderCon and B21, and then next month we're going to be in Arctic Con in Anchorage, Alaska. Yeah.
Wow.
So Lenny, who does Lenzations, he does Godzilla art. He said, we're pretty good friends, and he wanted to do it again. And I was like, man, I've always wanted to go to Alaska. I'll do it for fun too. So we're gonna go to Alaska. Yeah.
I hear like he's kind of like eccentric. So he's an interesting guy to talk to. Never got to talk to him. So
Who, Lenny? I don't think Lenny's that eccentric. No, like he used to be a wrestler in high school and stuff, and but I don't think he's that eccentric. I think he's just an average dude, he likes to play video games, and he loves Godzilla. That's about it. That's the most eccentric thing. I go to his place and it's just a bunch of Godzilla statues everywhere, and I'm like, okay, this guy really loves Godzilla. So
yeah, no, before
he has a good heart though. So
before at WonderCon, right? They stuck you in the back, and now they moved you up closer to the front. Is that right?
So yeah, it's because Nathan and Erwin Papa, they're going to be there tomorrow, and we decided, since we're all in Ink and Drink together, if we were going to see if they could move us to be closer to each other, and they did. They moved us closer to each other.
Oh, great!
So we're looking forward to that.
The three of you right all next to each other makes it easy for us too.
Yeah, right. So it's like, hi everybody, right? So it'll be fun. So come by and see us, me, Erwin, and Nathan.
Because you're at what, B again? B21, did you say?
Yeah, B21. But last time it was like up against the wall. But it was cool being up against the wall because we were right where the people came in, and then also we were a corner table over there. But now we're not a corner table, but we're with friends. So
Yeah.
And I always think of WonderCon as like the Friends Con, like we go there to see friends, like
that's kind of pretty much what it is, because we're gonna be like walking around and just like saying hi to everybody that we know.
Yeah.
And you know what is cool? Beth, he's gonna be practically right behind you, Beth.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because
nice.
you said you're A17 and he's at B21,
A16.
so that's not too far. Yeah, 16. Yeah. You're not too far away from him.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll have to like peek behind my curtain and see.
Yeah.
There you go.
I think Dustin Nguyen's behind us too. So.
Dustin Nguyen?
Oh.
Yeah. He's pretty cool.
Yeah.
He's pretty cool with all them
yeah.
superhero kids he draws for DC.
Yeah, Mog likes talking to him too. So
we end up
That's enough, Mog. Once is enough.
Yeah,
right. You like it though, right?
Dustin too, he can be a talker. Yeah. When you get down with him and stuff, so he has a lot of things to say.
It was just the only thing that memorable is like I was looking at his original work because I love original work, being a traditional artist. And then so I said, "Well, that's the paper." And suddenly he was like this guy who just looking at his phone, not even looking up, and just like tired. And then suddenly his whole body posture changed, and he's like, "Paper, let's talk about paper." We talked about paper for about an hour.
Yeah. That's us artist nerds, you know. We're like,
Totally came alive, like whoa.
Yeah, and I'm over there. Come on, Bob, we got to go. There's other people we need to talk to.
She's like, no, there's not. We got paper talk right now.
Yeah, we're talking paper.
Why don't you go
I love
do
talking about
something?
paper so much. You have no idea. I can talk about paper for an hour, literally.
Yeah, she can. She can talk about paper, about things I didn't even realize about paper.
Yeah, it's important when you're drawing on it. Like, what am I?
So, Beth, what's happening with Grump?
Grump, book 2, I set aside for a long while, so I'm finally picking it back up again. It had a little bit of a rewrite, so it was kind of interesting. I've been kind of absorbing things like movies and shows in a different way, and I found that the shows that I like the least, I could learn the most from, because I'll start asking myself, like, okay, so this sucks. How would you make it better?
Exactly. Yeah.
So using that harshness, I went through my own script. I'm like, oh, this could be better. So I started, I kind of cracked it back open, slashed some scenes just relentlessly. And it's going to be really cool. I'm really actually looking forward. I wrote something that's a little beyond my drawing ability. So that's going to be a fun challenge. But Grump, the book 1, he's, let's see. This is kind of his origin tale. It's how he meets. He's a bit of a loner, a shut-in. He's not really looking to meet people, but weird things happen that kind of shove people into his life. So this is a bit of the origin story. And the next one is he and his newfound friends kind of getting into it. So that'll be fun.
I remember talking to you about that too. We were at your booth, and you were telling us about his friends and the things that were happening. It's very interesting. You guys should definitely check into this. Now, if the people out there, if they want to get a copy of that, how can they do that?
Oh, you can find it on BethSotelo.com. I don't know if I'm allowed to add links to here. I might not have permission.
Yeah, we don't have permission.
Okay.
You can put it in the
private chat.
Yeah.
So here's just a catch-all with all of my stuff. But yeah, I could. Let's see. There we go. So BethSotelo.com. I actually do some live streaming weekly on Twitch and YouTube. Hence, like my little setup here. I just love being surrounded by twinkly stuff, I guess. But most Tuesdays, I will be skipping a couple of Tuesdays here soon because I'm taking a class to learn how to print using a risograph machine. So I want to do some old-timey looking prints. Wow. So if I take this class, they'll let me use their machines. So I'm pretty excited about that.
What type of Rizzo?
Clever.
What type?
Yeah, because they have like different. They have like screen printing Rizzo, and then they have the Rizzo with the big drum.
It must be the big drum. It's like they have these big cylinders of ink that have the washi paper around it that they burn a master into, and you run your prints over multiple times with different colors to get this retro kind of look.
Yeah, that's the big one. So when I was in the Navy, we had to use that on a carrier, right?
Really?
Yeah. And the thing was, like, you would print so many, but it would be so wet sometimes that you'd be like, yo, I can only print like maybe up to 50 at a time without it getting super messy and running. And it would print so fast. The
I saw that.
It would print so fast that it would just spit out. After a while, it would be like everywhere. I'm like, like a cartoon. You're like, oh God.
No. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I have a lot to learn, but I did see how fast it printed, and I did hear that if you oversaturate a particular color, you might have problems. So keep that in mind with your designs. So I'm like, okay, I guess it's a good thing I'm taking these classes.
Yeah, it's fun. I mean, like once you really get it down, like it's great for one or maybe two prints. Like, like so you could do like a regular one color print and then you put it back in and do another color. But it's just getting it all balanced and yeah. But yeah, we on the ship we would print for all types of things, right? For like meals and menus and stuff like that. But one day, like we would pull in after so many months, we'd pull into like the Middle East, for like a break, and we would hold the beer on the ship because after 50 days, if we're out to sea for 50 days, we get a beer day. But they would hold it and be like, oh no, we're gonna use that when we get to the Middle East. When we got to the Middle East, we got to print drink tickets, and people could buy drink tickets.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
But it was even cooler because we printed the money, right? So, I'd be walking around with wads and giving them to like my friends, like in secret. Be like, there you go.
Cool. That's a lot of fun.
So, yeah. Those were the days, man. But that's cool. That's really fun. Printmaking is always fun.
And when Beth, did you? It's kind of sounded like it. I'm not sure if I got it right. Is that you put aside your other job, so you're not really doing anything but focusing on this project of Grump?
Yeah. The last Lady Mechanica book that Joe Benitez kickstarted was my last issue that I'm coloring. If they invite me to do some covers or pinups or something, I'm open to do that. But yeah, it's just I'm not good at task switching is what I've learned. So if they're similar jobs, like different sorts of illustration things, that I could do, but to switch from coloring interiors to drawing and coloring my own book, it was like it was like starting to push this boulder. I needed to get it took too long to get that momentum again. So I figured, well, let's see what I could do without having to do the coloring stuff. And I loved coloring Lady Mechanica. It's a beautiful book.
Yeah, that's a gorgeous book.
Yeah, I've been really fortunate with my coloring career. So I think, I'm going to give Grump like as much of a shot as I can, because I think he's got a cute little story to tell. And I think
it is.
If I get the right, if I spend the time on it.
In a weird, wacky kind of way, Grump has a very cute story to tell. Definitely interested in that. Now, when do you have a target date or?
Not yet. I think once I get more of the book done and have an actual realistic time to get or date to give people, I'll definitely do that. But right now I've got a lot of wishes and I don't want to disappoint people by overestimating my ability at this point.
Sure. All right. So producer Kyle is asking, how many issues of Lady Mechanica have you done, Beth?
I have no idea. I probably should know that, but I think I jumped on in the middle of the Lost Boys volume.
Okay.
So, and the thing with them, with Marcia and Joe, they put a lot of love into those pages. So they're not like this churn and burn, crank them out kind of production place. So that could have been like years and years and years ago, but only like 3 volumes ago, something like that.
Okay. All right. So producer Kyle says he thinks he has every cover of every issue of that book.
Oh, really?
Because those covers have been gorgeous from the very beginning.
Yeah.
I remember when Joe was coming around. I was at Frankenstein's. This is back in the 90s, late 90s, I believe. When he was coming, it could have been early 2000s. When he was like coming around and passing out like these little ash can editions that they were doing back then. And he had like Lady Mechanica and that he was passing out. And he said, "Hey, Mel, check this out. You know, I said, what do you think of this?" Man, I said, "Joe, your stuff is getting better every single time you do like a new project, right?" Because he had just finished one project then, and then I go, "Oh," and then now you're starting to make a new one again. Wow, this one even has like more detail. I said, "Wow, you're really putting it all into this one." Yeah, so yeah, great stuff. He's been doing a lot of good stuff, pretty consistent with it too, keeping it up there. And he's got some besides Joe, he's got like other writers that he works with that have been doing a good job as well.
Yeah, other artists too. Sia is doing a really good job.
Yeah. And but Beth, ballpark figure, how many covers do you think you've done?
Oh, I have no idea. I should know. I don't keep count of that kind of stuff.
Okay. I'm gonna next time you come on, I'm gonna ask you that again.
Oh my gosh, I would have to go to like one of those websites
that
like
keeps track of it all.
Yeah, and count them.
Do you keep any of that for yourself?
Like any of the printed books?
Yeah, the covers and stuff. Does he give you comps? Do you ask for
comps?
Yeah,
they give me comps. I usually either give them or sell them to somebody who might want them. You know what, I'm prone to just hanging on to like, okay, let's see. Or is this gonna work? Okay, I'm a super clutter bug. My husband is a neat freak, so there's some friction there. So I'll be happy to just take and stack boxes of books for my entire career and just fill a room because they're all mine, my precious. So I have to like really try hard to get rid of them because they're so nice and the stories are really good. They're not going to do me any good to just keep them in a closet somewhere. So I want to just have them out in the wild and have people enjoy them rather than just hoard them like some comic dragon.
And now what about Joel? Is he like does he keep all of his stuff? Is he opposite of you in that way?
No, he'll sell whatever he can sell. He doesn't keep anything like that.
Oh, okay.
I think, his way is probably better, especially in smaller apartments.
But where are you guys now again?
We're in West LA now.
Oh, wow. Okay. Right. Because you're out here in Riverside, so now you swung all the way to the other side.
We were in Riverside for about 11 months. And we're like, you know what? We're so close to the old neighborhood we left years ago. Let's see if we can go back. And we were thinking, it's not going to be like it was all those years ago. But, we liked it. It seems to have a lot of nice restaurants and stuff.
It does.
And
I
galleries.
used to live in Culver City, and I would go into West Hollywood a lot because of the restaurants there. They got some really fine restaurants, great areas to go shopping, entertainment as well. I used to hang around the Egyptian Theater in that area a lot, walk around there as well, hit the eateries and plays and all that. Yeah, great area.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. We have, is that right? We got a bid for Mog's Art 69. Is that right, Ilya? Thumbs up or he'll make you pull his finger. Oh, my finger. Okay, yeah.
No. You know Stevie B's birthday is on the 31st?
Yeah, that's what he's saying.
We're close. Mine's tomorrow. And then so we're both like, what, Aries? Interesting.
I guess.
Yeah.
Scary, huh?
Yeah.
I just had mine on the 22nd.
So my gosh, another one.
Group together there.
My mic should filter this out. Let me know if it doesn't, and I'll turn it right off.
Okay, I don't know. It's looking good. Saying hello to Kenneth B. Ilya, good to see you guys here.
Okay.
Steve Vendetta, I got to send you a message soon. Okay, your box is full. Okay, so we got to get caught up on that. Yes, Mom.
No.
Yes.
That's the thing I talked about. She's got a heat gun.
Hold on. Okay, I'm gonna try it the old-fashioned way.
Remember, I'm trying to tell you, like, how it like maybe I should get one for myself. She's using it. It's not burning the thing.
They just have a cool.
And see, I like what Jason has.
Isn't it just a blow dryer?
Yeah,
that
it's
one.
just a blow dryer.
That's a heat
It's the
gun.
same thing. Blow dryers are heat guns. It's
Yeah,
the same
okay,
thing.
but you know that heat gun is more powerful than the blow dryer.
Heat guns are crazy, yeah.
That heat gun is the same thing that they use for the shrink wrap. Is that right, Beth?
She's only doing it like 10 seconds.
That's exactly why I got this. I thought because I like building PCs. I thought for sure I was gonna like do some water cooling with hard tubes, and I was gonna totally do this, sick bends and stuff, and light it all with RGB. I never did because I couldn't afford extra graphics cards because it costs as much as rent at the time. So now I just use this for painting.
It's pretty good. I used to use them for signs. You can heat up the vinyl and peel the vinyl off of signs with it.
I just use it for shrink wrapping.
That tip gets real hot though.
It does.
I had a boss.
It will burn you.
My boss was using it at one point, and she was, heating it up, and then like put it under her arm to hold on to it. And
no.
Just a little sizzle sound there.
Oh my God! Did she get like 3rd-degree burns on that?
It was pretty good. It didn't stay there for too long, but it was not fun looking.
Oh my God!
I thought you could mod like a blow dryer to put out.
Really? But the thing is, I saw this other watercolors using it, and I'm like, man, I suddenly want one so bad.
Yeah.
And then Mel and I got into this whole debate, like, it's gonna ruin the paper or it's gonna burn the paper because it's so strong.
No.
Is it true?
It depends on the paper, probably.
Yeah.
Right.
Just be careful with it and not hold it in one place for too long. It should be fine.
Practice with
it. Doesn't get that hot. It gets real hot, but not that hot.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So I'm still not convinced about getting a heat gun. I think the blow dryer is still workable.
I'll make sure to
it's not something
cook
that
Mel with it. I gotta cook Mel with
that.
I use it as a weapon, sometimes. Oh, by the way,
Kyle says you can use the heat gun to cook Mel. Wow, thanks,
exactly. Kyle. Steve was asking, "Where's your dessert?"
I gotta, I can't reach it from where I'm at. So when we go on break, I'll come back with it. Yeah.
He's actually brought dessert this time to eat with you.
Who, Steve?
Yeah, Steve is eating. Because you keep eating cake.
All right. Let's go around the block and check up on everybody's artwork, see where they're at. And after that, we'll go on break so I can go get my cake. And here we have Snoopy, the Red Berry. That is looking pretty cool, I gotta say.
Yeah.
Very nice.
I like the expression.
All right. And I think Elia's got a bid on that. And that's going to be on colored. And now we have the creature from the Black Lagoon on a sketch cover. Oh, I didn't even realize they made a sketch cover for that.
Yeah, I found one for this and for Dracula.
Oh, the Dracula one I knew
excited about that. I'll have to go find.
That's cool. So that's that. And man, if you like I said, if you haven't seen Jason's work before, then you're going to be intrigued for this one.
Yeah.
This looks like it's going to turn out really bad. Looking for an opening bid on this for $75. If you want to do that, go ahead and put that into the comments and put Jason on the board. Okay, let's take a look at Mr. Sean Lenahan working on May.
Yep.
From SNK.
SNK, like Street Fighter and stuff like that.
Yep.
She keeps on popping up in my feed, and I'm like, why does she?
No, you know what? Lately, that's right. In the last month, she has been popping up, right?
I'm like,
and I go, wow.
I guess I'll draw her.
Yeah, so I guess there's like something going on where they're bringing these characters back. Because even I see a lot of Chun-Li again, and all that SNK stuff is coming back for whatever reason. So maybe. Anyway, so this is Sean's piece, and we are looking also for an opening bid on that.
Oh, yeah.
And that was for 50, I believe. Yeah. Oh, 80. 80.
Yeah, this one's 80, but I have
There you
other
go.
pieces that I wanted to sell as well. Is it
Okay.
okay if I show those?
Yeah.
Okay. I got this one. It's a Noodle Girl. Can you guys see her? You see in focus?
Okay.
Noodle Girl.
Noodle Girl.
Noodles.
Okay.
And then I have this one. I don't know. Dude, sometimes I just draw and I don't even think about it. I'm just like, it
Okay.
just goes. So it's like UFOs and weird eyeballs. And I think I was looking at a lot of, what's his name? Mobius that day.
Okay.
So those are 50. Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. There you go. So, and those are just claims, right?
Yeah, just claim those if you want them.
Okay.
And then
There you go. $50 a piece. Easy peasy. All righty. And now let's look at Beth. She's working on Alice in Winter Wonderland Grump.
Yeah, this is a little Grump dressed up in his finest Alice in Wonderland rabbit.
Fantastic. There you go. And that's coming along nicely.
Oh, the pieces of tape.
But
She's got the base down, turning off the tape. That's getting ready to go. And if you haven't yet, put in #EXP Grump to get in on the free giveaways tonight. And on that note, we will be right back after this quick commercial break.
Sure, comic books are beautiful, but underneath, there's something more authentic and exciting. The original art. See the pencils, the lines, the shading, as if you were there in the studio watching the artist work. Getting a peek at comics' backstage is easy with the original art experience.
All right, Friday night, guys. Thank you for being here. To be doing anything, the fact that you're here means the world to me.
Nick's pieces are always value priced with your budget in mind, for the beginning collector to the veteran.
And this is gorgeous. You got Aquaman and Mira.
Join the original art experience with Nick and our friendly crew of regulars, even if it's just to enjoy the art. Fridays at 7. It's all part of the experience.
Did you know that Arthur, King of the Britons in Monty Python and the Holy Grail was played by a famous Graham? Check out another famous Graham by following our Instagram.
Live from New York. What? Oh, sorry. Live from Cleveland? It's Friday night? It's Friday Night Live! With Nancy McCann. And Ricky. And sometimes Carlos. And featuring boxes and boxes of rare comics. Unique collectibles. Lots of smiles and conversations with new friends. Friday Night Live with Comics Unlimited. Friday night from 9 to 11 on The Experience.
Twitch, it's not just what happens when you have too many energy drinks anymore. Check out our content over there too.
FOC, a comic industry term for the final day a new comic can be ordered by a local comic shop. So, what does that mean to you? Well, it's your last chance to order a new comic book from your local comic shop. Order up! The FOC show will go over every book that's about to be cut off every Friday afternoon.
I'm going to highlight some of the stuff that I think is really worth paying attention to,
so that you can put in an order at your LCS for as many copies or as many variant covers as you want.
Sometimes the store needs to know to up their orders.
Never miss out on a popular comic again. Order up, part of the experience.
We know you probably get a lot of emails, but could you please make sure to sign up for our mailing list? We don't send a lot of emails, and we try not to bother you. We just want to give you the best information about all the cool stuff that's going on around here. Sign up on our website, theexplive.com.
Welcome back to SketchUp. If you haven't yet hit that follow button, help us increase our followers here on the show. That way we can continue to bring you wonderful content like the original art show that appears every Fridays at 4 p.m. Pacific time, 7 p.m. Eastern. Okay. And if you want to get in on the giveaways tonight, #EXP Grump. You still got a lot of time to get in on that, so put that in now. Right? Okay, so Mog, Steve Vendetta is asking how much more would you charge if you put Lucy popping out of the doghouse?
Who's Lucy?
You don't know Lucy from Peanuts.
She rips the football away.
The girl
from Charlie Brown.
Which one?
Yeah.
She got black.
The main
hair.
girl from Charlie Brown. Oh my God.
The blue dress girl?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one who loves Charlie?
No.
Not really. But she is an annoyance to him.
Yeah.
She's really mean to him all the time, but I think she likes him, right?
Yeah, she's one of the main characters. But so the question is, how much more would you charge to put Lucy popping out of that doghouse?
I don't feel like it.
And then,
hell yeah, I don't feel like it.
If she's just popping out of there. Now, what if she's popping out of there and she's got a machine gun herself shooting out of there?
I don't feel like it. Maybe some other time.
Oh my God!
This is why.
It's just hard. It's hard to have fun with you, isn't it? No answer.
I love it.
Okay, well, here it is. Chocolate cake. It's nice and hot. The chocolate is dripping off of it because it's just nice and hot and gooey. And I don't know if you see how moist it is.
This is a dessert show.
This is, yeah. And yes, I did make this. I made it because it's Mom's birthday.
Happy
But you get
you
the
love
cake.
chocolate.
I know. I know. Like, what's going on?
You have, Mog, you have to work. He gets cake.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Happy birthday
Oh my God.
to you.
Oh, baby, yeah.
But you know,
Yeah.
you know what? As much as I love desserts, right? It's hard to have a good dessert just on its own. You got to have like a good meal before that. You know, that kind of just helps to bring it in. You know?
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I agree.
what I did for Rod's birthday is I made this turkey.
Oh wow!
You have to show that?
It's the turkey show.
Well, it's a work of art.
Yeah. You look. You made something.
I did.
Yeah,
I did have to show it. Okay, so the turkey. I'm going to talk a little bit. The turkey was brine, so the meat, the skin, it's got a lot of flavors, super moist. I couldn't stop eating this. The other side of that turkey is already gone. Just so you know how much we've eaten of it already. And it's just Mog and I. But anyway, that's it for our food segment on SketchUp.
What the hell?
But I'm going to continue eating the chocolate cake because it is delicious.
Oh man.
So Stevie, I hope you enjoy your cake as much as I'm enjoying mine.
Yep.
Bless you.
And Kenneth, we're good to have you on here every night, so you enjoy the rest of your night. Thanks for hanging out with us. Yeah, let's see. Artist choice. Mel must have the extra large easy bake oven to get a slice that big. Are those chocolate stains around your mouth? Yes, they are. Mel, you should see the wings I cooked yesterday. Oh, and now Kyle is another cook, right? And that guy likes a lot of spicy stuff, especially chili. He's a chili master.
I remember him telling us what he's a barbecue pit master.
Yeah.
And he would go in contact with him and his father. So,
Chime in anytime, Kyle. Tony Anderson, good to see you. Thanks again for joining us here today.
Tony Anderson. Hello.
Caramel.
Okay.
That's
yeah, those are big wings.
Yeah.
Nice. One of these days, we're gonna have to like get together. Okay, we should hook up at Henri's place, Kyle. Right. I think that would be convenient for both of us, and just cook over there. We'll be there in 2 weeks for C2E2, and I'll be cooking a lot over there during that time. Wow. All right.
Every time you go to Chicago, you gotta have a Chicago dog.
Yeah. If we have time, we will.
It's like a rule.
Okay.
Neil McClahan, good to see you here. Haven't seen you in a while. I always thought Mel wore his food on his face after he ate. That just means he loves the food. Darn right.
Yeah.
All right. Getting back here to the show. Come to the Fan Expo Cleveland, and Jason can come down, and I'll cook for everyone. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
We just missed that Cleveland show. If I knew that, I would have put in for it. I eat only during SketchUp. Ilya, you should have joined us in New York when we hooked up with Steve. Man, I'm hoping that you can hook up with us this time when we get over to New York. Hopefully we get in this year. So let's go to Jason.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit, for the guys that haven't been here before, tell us about your project.
Yeah, so right now I'm working on Returned. It's a medieval horror family drama book, graphic novel. Going to be told in 4 parts, and it originally releases as a webcomic twice a week at returnedcomic.com. So I started part 1 in October, and at the end of February finished part 1. And March 1st launched Kickstarter to do print copies of the book. So part 1 is done. I'm about halfway through doing the final art for part 2 already. Part 2 will start posting on the website in April.
Wow.
But easy, free to check out. And then you can come and support the Kickstarter, which again, thank you for everyone who has taken a look at it and backed it. It's doing spectacularly. Super happy with that. But Returned is a story about Vale. She's fighting an army of the dead in the beginning of the book. Unfortunately, is dead herself by about page 13. Spends some time as a bad zombie lady till her family finds her, ties her to a chair, and helps her ghost re-inhabit her zombie body.
Sounds like a lot of fun. Now, I know you talked about this before when you were on the show earlier, but briefly, tell us what you were doing before, what other projects you did, just so that our audience knows.
Yeah. So, in the past, I've worked for different small comic companies. Did work for Full Moon features on their Full Moon comics, so Puppet Master and Doll Man kind of things. And then my last big book was a book called The House of Montresor, which is an adaptation of Edgar Allan Poe's Cask of Amontillado story, and then a continuation of that. And so I did all the art on that book, but that is about 9 years old at this point. In between there, had a kid. She's 12 now, so I can get back to making more books. So this is Returned is the first book that I've written and drawn. But that House of Montresor book is written by a woman named Enrica Jang, who publishes her own stuff, anthology books through Red Stylo Media. But she wrote our Poe book, and then later became the director of the Poe House and Museum in Baltimore. So she knows what she's doing.
Mm-hmm. And you're also the director and illustrator at 2C Gaming.
So yeah, so I was. That was an RPG publishing company, and I worked for them freelance for 7-8 years, and then they started bringing on people as a full-time employees, which I really enjoyed, because then I don't have to reprice things based on what I'm drawing, or if they ask me to draw a pile of garbage monster, which is always the worst. I don't have to say like, well, that's going to be another $200 if you want a pile of garbage monster. So if I'm working full time as a salary, I'll draw whatever you want. I'll draw all day, and that was great. And I moved into art directing there as well, and unfortunately, job sort of bit the dust, kind of 2023. But that spurred me into going back to work for myself on this returned book, which I had written in 2019 to start as a webcomic in 2020, March of 2020, and that didn't work out.
So now it's culminated into this project that you're doing entirely on your own.
Yeah.
So with this first Kickstarter, how many days are left on that?
So it ends on Monday. So we've got Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then all of Monday to back the Kickstarter. And we'll get you print copies. I will have an artist edition where you can see all of the original ink art. Hop on screen for a moment here. So this is all the original ink wash art. And I have an artist edition book that will reproduce all that art in black and white, lettered and able to be read. So that is a special part of it.
And those are that's going to be worth picking up. The artwork is really, really beautiful.
Thank you. Yeah, I kept getting comments like they would page through my original art at a Comic-Con or event or anything, and people would be like, "Oh, this works great. Just works great as a black and white book." And I'm like, "Yeah, but I like color, so I'm going to also do color." But I kept getting that enough that I was like, "Well, I should just make an artist edition." And I really love those artist edition books, so now I get to make one of my own. So you can
that
see
is Stevie B. That is a great movie. I love that movie, The Outsiders. It's great to see all those guys in there too. And you're going to be kicking off the. This one's going to end on Monday, and you're going straight into the next issue.
Yep. Yeah, straight into.
When are you expecting to launch that one?
That'll launch April 15th.
Wow.
So we're going to jump right into posting 2 pages a week. And the thing with this project, it is entirely written, and it is entirely nailed, all planned out as to the pages, what happens on the page, and how everything works. And it's all lettered. So all I'm doing is doing the final art, which is this sort of ink wash process, and then digital color on top of that. So it's
how long have you been working on this so far?
What's that?
How long have you been working on this project so far?
Probably seriously on the original art since maybe last year. Might have been June-ish.
And a lot of people, artists, they have a hard time focusing and staying that concentrated on a project, on a personal project. How do you do that?
Well, I think
is that something that you can just do, or do you have to sometimes kind of like pick yourself up, kick yourself, anything like that to get you going and motivated to stay on top of it?
That was a little bit more at the beginning. Sort of when I get into a project, it becomes the only thing that I want to do, which is also its other problem. That's a different issue, but once I'm really locked into something, I will just keep going on that.
All right, so you kind of need to like warm up to it, and then once you're in it, you're in it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that also feels great to have the Kickstarter doing so well, and people reading the book. That's definitely
and one of the things is consistency, and the fact that you're gonna be going right into the next one that quickly. I think that'll really help build your base.
Yeah, my hope is just
and you
to
might see
keep it going.
some better numbers percentage-wise compared to other Kickstarters because of the consistency that you're doing and the more closer you're keeping it continually closer. So that's going to be interesting to see like how that works out for you. I've seen like other people do it.
Well, it's
very,
good
very few
for people to see that it's continuing to come out and keep that momentum.
Stays
going.
fresh in their mind. Don't have to remember too far back on what happened in the last issue.
Yeah.
So things like that. And to answer your question, Stevie B, no, I did not get her the Outsiders book or the DVD of the movie, but we have watched it. Okay. And Sean,
yeah, what's up?
What's going on with you? Let everybody know. Like, are you working on any projects at all, or you just?
Yeah, we at the Ink and Drink, we're about to wrap up all submissions for. We're calling it Sewer Boys 2, but what it is Giant Size X-Men 100. We're remaking, and that is wrapped up pretty much this weekend.
Right, and you have a lot of artists involved in that project. How many do you have?
Dude, I don't know. I don't know because I'm part of the team, but I'm not in charge.
You're not the managing.
One. Yeah.
Phil is managing. How can they find that book?
It's not ready yet. So
it's not ready yet. Okay.
No. Like literally, everybody's art is due this weekend, right? So we've had. There's here's the due date, and then we have the stragglers. So we have to wait for the stragglers to finish going in. Yeah. So they have to move the due date, and then I think we also moved the due date because of the wildfires or the LA fires. We had to move that as well for some other things. So yeah, we're waiting for that, but that's pretty much on the docket of a lot of the stuff that's been going on. For Ink and Drink, and then for me personally, it's just been like drawing every day, and then let's do some cons, and it's been mostly let's focus on Annie this year, like a lot of stuff. So which is important because I'm fine. She's got a lot more things to focus on, and
it's happy wife, happy life.
Happy husband, happy nothing, right? So that's the fact.
Now, how did you guys all meet? Because you're all kind of scattered. You're not all in one place.
Yeah. So interesting story. I think it was like 2017. Erwin was at DesignerCon, right?
Okay.
And I bought a T-shirt from him, right? Fast forward 2 years later, I'm at DesignerCon in my booth, right? I didn't have a booth when I first saw Erwin, and one of his friends saw that I had a T-shirt, and he was all like, "Oh, that's Erwin's," and I was like, "Yeah, he's rad." He's like, "I know him." He was like, "Oh, cool." He's like, "He's right over here." So I met Erwin Papa, and then Erwin was like, "Oh, we do this drawing thing every Wednesday night." And then coronavirus happened. And once coronavirus happened, we had a drawing thing online, and then it really took off because of coronavirus, right? Because everybody's like, there's nothing to do. So let's go draw with everybody else. And then once we did that, we realized we had quite a amount of people that wanted to do it and everything else. And then we started talking about, hey, let's go ahead and make this into a thing where we can have artists, make a comic book together. So we did a little comic book together, and then it just kept on snowballing from there. It's more about community than anything else, and not really drinking. I mean, we all, it's funny because you go to the bar for Ink and Drink, but most people are just concentrating on their drawings. There's not really so many people trying to get wasted. They're just like, I just want to draw, so that's great.
And that was okay with the bar, that you guys didn't order drinks or anything?
Oh, no. Like, I mean, there's still people that drink at the bar, but you know, I think they liked it more because it's not like a rowdy crowd. They thought it was going to get really weird, but no, this is all right. People drank, but every time you looked up, more people were like focused on just drawing and stuff like that. Yeah, it's a very quiet crowd at Ink and Drinks. That when I go there, other than the music that they'll play and stuff like that. But
I kind of know what you mean, because we used to do a bunch of those too. They were pretty random pop-up ones before COVID.
Yeah.
And we'd go there and people were drinking, but not alcohol. There was very, very few of them. But they were there for the community of just like drawing, right? So after COVID, everybody was like trying to do their own like live stream and whatnot. We did our own. It started out with cage drawing, and it's because of the way how we set it up for Mog to draw and put our cameras, and I just kind of did it kind of like a do-it-yourself kind of thingy.
Yeah.
And it just looked like this cage, right? And then we got picked up by Artist Alley, did that for 2 years, and then we went into our own thing called Drawing Bid, because we were thinking of what can we do, like something like drink and draw, but everybody's still trapped at home, and so drink and draw doesn't sound like that's what people are going to do, even though we heard of people like really stashing their liquor and stuff like that. And that turned out to be really more successful than anything else that we were doing. So that was like a lot of fun. I've been thinking about like maybe doing a reunion thing of that, and see if I can get the 50 or so people that have participated in that to come back and do another round, just for the hell of it. All right, let's go around the room and see where everybody's at this top of the hour. Let's start with Sean right there, who's working on May.
Yeah, she's coming along pretty fast, actually.
Yeah, you got a lot done there. We're looking for a bid of $80 on that.
Yeah.
So if you want to place a bid on that, go ahead and do so in the comments.
Yep, and then I have the other two pieces.
Okay.
This one right here with the eyeballs, just eyeballs is what you can put down, and that's for 50. And then this one's noodles, and that's also 50.
50.
And there you go.
So 2 easy peasy bids right there. Eyeball and noodles. If you want to claim those, you can do so in the comments, and those are yours.
Are you using markers for that, Sean?
No, like I wanted to try watercolor, so I tried watercolor, and then it's just pretty much pen on top of that. And now I'm gonna probably put some little designs on her kimono-ish. Not a real kimono. It's sort of like sexy kimono, right? But yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah.
All right.
And this is Grump from Beth, the Alice in Winter Wonderland version.
Yeah.
And Grump looks like he's ready to party.
He's actually alerting us all to like the ticking of time. So maybe I'm a little affected by the upcoming WonderCon. It's like, it feels like a deadline or something. Yeah, so I kind of cheat my way into doing some mixed media kind of art where I'll do some quick, this is a gouache wash, which is fun to say. And then I will kind of make up the difference and the detail with these Copic multiliners. Yeah, I've been on this kick for trying to do these buttery colors rather than going super saturated and then using a wine color. So I'm trying that again here.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
And we are looking for a bid of $50 on that. If you want to get bring Grump home to you, put that in the comments and that will get you started. And next we have Snoopy chasing the Red Baron. What's that on his head?
Woodstock.
Oh, that is Woodstock.
Yeah.
Woodstock.
Okay.
Woodstock.
I like his expression.
Yeah.
Waiting to see Lucy. Right, so that piece is finished, huh?
Huh? Almost.
Is that piece finished?
Almost.
Almost, okay. And then when are you going to work on?
If I have time, some hot chick. I mean, some girl.
Yeah, hot chick girls. All right.
Hot chicks. Okay.
Hot chicks.
Swing from a swinger dog to hot chicks. Okay. And here we have Jason's Creature from the Black Lagoon. Look at that art. I was telling you guys. Look at that.
That's
okay.
Nice.
Jason has raised up the standard here. Okay. Yeah, Jason, Stevie B is asking, what did you draw the last time you were here on the show?
I drew a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cover with all 4 turtles and Bebop, I believe.
Yeah. And that was bad. That was bad. it was.
There's supposed
I mean,
to be
it in
another
a
word
good
out
way.
there, right? Yeah.
And here you go. He's got Creature of the Black Lagoon. Look how good that is. Don't let that piece get away. Grab it.
Do you like drawing monsters, Jason?
I love drawing monsters. Monsters are great.
So. Yeah.
Hey, Beth, Mike Asbiel is asking, is the rabbit you showed for sale?
Oh, yeah.
There you go. Which rabbit is that? Can we see that?
This guy. Ooh. There he is.
You go.
He's, I call him the Murder Butter Bunny's Basket of Beauties.
Wow.
The bid on Snoopy is, I believe, $69, Neil. And what do you want for that, Beth?
How's about 60 for this little gouache wash?
There you go. There you go. Mike, that's an easy one for you at 60. There you go. Nice to see you guys, Neil, Chris, Eddie, Ron B. Thanks for coming on. Yeah. And let's see, Sean. Okay, did we miss anybody? Jason, Sean, Beth, Mom. We did hit everybody.
Oh, Chris Cox is here. Hi, Chris.
Yep, Chris is here. And if you haven't yet, put in #EXP Grump to get you running for the free giveaways. And Mike goes ahead and takes that rabbit. That rabbit is his.
Aw, hey.
There you go.
You know,
thank you,
Beth. You know how in Snow White there's all these 7 doors?
Yes.
Was Grumpy your favorite?
Is Grump my favorite of his 3 friends?
No, in Snow.
Oh, Grumpy, my favorite.
The dwarf.
I think I liked them all. I think they all work well together. Because Grumpy's always grumpy, and I think that would get old. So I need them all.
I think my favorite was Grumpy and what's that guy? Was it Bashful?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Bashful.
Yeah, he was cute.
Yeah.
Goofy?
I love him.
Goofy is cool. Yeah, they all are kind of cool. You know, I don't think I have a favorite either.
Can you say them all?
No, I don't know.
Sneezy, wasn't that one?
Yeah, Sneezy, Dopey.
Sleepy, Bashful. God, yeah.
Yeah.
Doc, yeah, that's right, Doc.
Doc.
Yeah.
No Doc?
Yeah, Doc was a smart one. He was like the leader.
Yeah, he was. The one that kept them in line. Neil says Forney was actually going to be a name, but Disney said nope. Yeah, definitely did not fit there. Jason, your bid 69 plus 6 is Which one are you talking about? Is that on the Snoopy? Rudolph. Oh no, wait, that's Sleepy, Sneezy, Grumpy, Dopey, Doc, Happy, and Bashful.
Yep.
That sounds pretty close. There you go. Eddie Von B gets it right.
Google.
Yeah, there was enough time for that. All right, so we got $60 on the rabbit. The rabbit is gone. Beth is still working on the Alice in Winter Wonderland Grump. Looking for the bid of 50 on that. Mog is wrapping up Snoopy, and somebody placed a bid on that. I'm not exactly sure where that's at the moment, but we'll figure it out. Sean waiting to get an opening bid of 80 on mine, and we're looking for a bid of 75 on the Creature from the Black Lagoon.
The Creature on the Black Lagoon. That's the theme song.
Okay.
Yeah.
And let's see. I'm kind of behind on shipping out all everything, but I will get caught up probably this coming week. So if you're waiting for a piece from me,
have you guys watched the show?
Probably get it by the end of next week. Yes, Mom.
Have you guys ever tried watching the TV show Severance?
Oh yeah, I'm caught up on that one.
Yeah, I watched the first season. I haven't started the second season because I just want to binge it.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
I haven't started the second either.
Also,
wow, so everybody's watching it.
Season 1, wow. Did you find the pacing like kill me like in the beginning, the first one? Like,
yes.
God,
but
dang it, it's so with that.
Yeah, but then it got really intriguing. You're like, what the hell is going on? So we just stuck with it. And then,
If you haven't watched the second season, I had a hard time getting into it, but the second season is actually, in my opinion, better than the first one.
Oh wow. We haven't even finished the second season yet, right?
I know. Wait till you get into it.
I thought it ended.
Yeah, the last episode came out just recently.
Okay,
good. I thought only 9 episodes. I thought, okay, I'm done. No, there's more.
So the wife and I can start on that soon. Okay, good. Because I was like, we ain't got nothing to watch.
Yeah, Mike. Mike, I think you got the Savage Land Road from Mog the last time. Last week she was working on a Snowpop piece on a blank sketch cover. That one nobody got, and she's we're probably gonna take that to the show, to the cons. That was kind of like a higher ticket item that we were working on.
Yeah, but I was thinking about it. It's like, in the beginning, it's like, this is cool, right? But I thought, this is everyday life. Come on. When we go to work, we clock in, and then we clock out. And then when we meet our husband or wife at home, and then, how was your day at work? Yeah, it's fine. You don't really talk. They'll never know that side, right? Your wife or husband, right? No matter what, they'll never know. You are already living a kind of a double life, so. I don't know.
Yeah. It's like a super double life for that show, though. I was like, this is weird. I like it. And I'm like, who wrote this? And it's Ben Stiller. And I'm like, what?
Yeah, I know. Wasn't that interesting?
I was like,
yeah.
Was Ben Stiller? I thought he directed
Tropic Thunder? Tropic Thunder, you wrote this? Oh, my God. All right, buddy.
I love Tropic Thunder, man.
I know, right? It was like,
yeah, I love Tropic Thunder.
I don't even know if we can get away with that stuff these days.
Gilly is asking, Mel makes you punch a time clock, Mog? Oh my. I wish I could get her to do a time clock, but it just doesn't work. Mom gets up when Mog wants to get up.
Hell yeah.
I like the sound of that.
It can be anywhere from noon to 2 o'clock.
He says that, but that's kind of BS. He would wake me up. And it's like, doesn't matter. Like, I only slept 5 hours or 3 hours, like, in a row for, like, say, 4 days in a row. And say, hey, you're burning daylight. Get up and work. Okay.
Yeah, our priorities are different. Mine is trying to meet the deadline. Mog's is sleeping.
But
and that's where we clash.
Without sleep, you're not going to be very functional, I think.
I'm not really cool when people like try to push, like, when is the art going to be done? Because I'm like, dude, the art's done when the art wants to be done, not when I want it to be done. Because there's times where you're doing art and you're like, wait a minute, I need to add this, or wait a minute, this is better if I do this. You know, like and sometimes you're solving problems, you know, the whole way through it, and it's never like an easy thing.
You know, that kind of reminds me. I recently stumbled on a quote by Einstein, and he says, "People say I'm a genius." I'm just butchering his quote, by the way, but the gist of it is saying people think I'm a genius because I solve problems, these like complex problems, but I'm not. I just stay longer than the rest. You know, I think that's what it is like with art. Like, if you're a perfectionist or whatever, and everyone's like, just get it done, get it done. I don't give a I don't, okay, I don't, blah, blah, blah. But for, you know, some people, like, I think even what Jason said had a problem, and Beth has a problem, like switching tasks or staying long into it. I think that's called I forgot the word, like mono thinking or something.
No.
If you're like that, then that's perfect for those kind of things where you need the detail, you need to think about the problems and solve it, where everyone's like, get it done now, you know? So yeah.
And these are the people that they don't. Yeah, some of these people that say that too. It's like they've never made a piece of artwork in their life. And you're just like, you know, why don't I don't tell you how to do things? Like I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of different when you're producing a comic book.
Yeah.
Because there is a deadline that they have to try and meet themselves.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, and there's other people that need to get the page as well, so that way they can put in their side of the work, whether they're like an inker, colorist, letterers.
Yeah, if you're working in a team,
then you need to meet those deadlines.
Yeah, I agree.
But if
everybody
doing
else
a
gets mad at you.
commission, and if that's what you've outlaid to the client, and you tell them, look, you know, it'll be it's easy to say this can be finished about June, but you know, it might get finished later depending on the kind of commercial work that I may get, because sometimes, you know, things come up. You don't want to turn those projects away that actually builds your real reputation and credit.
Yeah. So I think the moral of the story, Sean, is maybe like you and I and Beth and Jason, we have to go into the woods and live in the community.
That sounds great. Let's do
And
it.
then Beth will set up the twinkling lights and always have a light.
Oh my goodness.
You know?
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
Today's theme is this, okay? Like, all right. And then we all just like, yes.
Yes. Yeah.
And
You know,
producer Kyle writes this: as a producer of things, I have work to do once you get done. So I need you to get done so I can get done, and then we can all get done. Thank you.
Yeah. But do you guys remember?
I didn't say done, Mel. I said paid.
Paid. Okay, thank you.
Do you
That's
guys
even
remember the Image days when Image first started coming out? Right?
Yeah.
These guys like Todd McFarlane pumping it out. Eric Larson pumping it out. Then we get to Dale Keough and he's like, yo, I just made $500,000 on Pit issue number 2. I'm not going to put out Pit issue number 3 until like another 6 months from now. Right? You're like, some people, I think it was, what was it? I can't remember the name of it. It was Tribe. I think it was Tribe. And that was by Morgan, I think, whoever he used to do X Factor. Right?
Yeah, Strowman.
No, Strowman. You're right, Strowman. Yeah. Like, I remember one issue of that. And I think he took the money and because there was no buffer. Right? It was just like the artist and the publisher, and then it was like, we're done. And here's $500,000.
Yeah. That was the problem with a lot of artists that were coming in that Image was bringing on board. They would do their first issue, and then they would get paid. And these guys were getting, it's like they were rich. They got paid 6-figure paychecks. And they didn't feel like they needed to work for a while. Right. But then it came back because they were using the money and they were buying expensive cars and putting down payments on homes. But it bit them in the butt because they forgot about Uncle Sam. right? Then they had to file taxes, right?
Yeah.
And didn't realize how much Uncle Sam was taking. And so that's when they rushed to try and get like another issue out. But
That
in the
reminds me-
meantime, they were kind of suffering with that realization.
I just learned from my friend who left to airport. We got to drop her off, and she was saying, "Do you know how much they paid the government charge? For taxes for the top tier people who make a lot of money, high income people. The percentage in the 1950s. So I looked it up, right? 91%. They have to pay tax.
And it wasn't 91% on all of your money. It was like 91% on every dollar above a
certain
million
amount
or something. Yeah.
It was kind of tiered. So on the average, it came down to about 41%.
47%, 45 to 47% they have to pay.
Which is closer to what it is right now.
But the tax they ask for top tier is this year is like 37%, I think.
Yeah.
But in actuality, with all the loopholes and then the whatever, they end up only paying 20-something%. So,
You want to hear a weird government thing?
yes, I love it.
So remember the whole, you've got milk type thing, or drink milk or whatever.
Yeah.
Milk and does a buddy. Yeah. So that was because. Be quiet now, Mr. Cat. So that was because the dairy industry was like not doing so well. So the government started actually helping them a lot. And the majority of the cheese that is used at pizzerias, like chains, is government cheese. Like the government paid for the majority of that cheese just to keep these dairy farms alive and around.
We have a strategic cheese reserve.
Yeah, we do.
In a cave.
That's pretty nice of them, though.
Yeah, right. It's sort of nice of them. But every time you have a pizza, you're like, "This is government cheese."
even to this day.
To this day. To this day.
What?
Yeah. To this day, they have a lot of cheese. And the thing is, like, once you get people dependent on that type of money and stuff like that, like those type of programs will really go away, right? Because then, like, their representatives are like, "We got you government jobs, and you're making cheese for the government that's going to all the military members and also pizzerias around the world, but we're not going to tell them that,
Oh my God.
Yeah. That's how it is.
Okay, I see why you said this. Okay. Wow.
Yeah, it's funny. The things that
Erwin in the house.
Yeah.
We'll see you tomorrow, Erwin. Understand you're right next to Mr. Sean Lenahan.
Yeah.
And then what happens if there's a mad cow disease?
Well, I mean, I don't know. Like, I'm not. That's not my problem.
What are you personally going to do?
What am I
I'm going to stay away from cows.
Do you know how mad cow came around?
No, actually, I've been always curious about that.
So there was a guy. He was really like interested in cannibals, right? And I think he was like he was British or something like that. I can't remember. It was something to do with cannibals, and he like wanted to study them and got their blood, and I think it like cross-pollinated with other. I gotta look it up, but it's weird and it has something to do with cannibals. You know what? I started the story, think I knew the whole story, and I don't remember the whole story. But it has to do with a weird guy and cannibals, and it got into the blood of cows somehow. And I think they like got the blood and was able to like isolate it and then put it in cows, and it got tested. I don't know. It was weird. It's really weird. I can't remember. I gotta look that up. Or somebody can look it up for me if they want to, if they care about that. I don't know.
Thanks for stopping by, Del. Good to see you. I love cheesecake.
Zombie apocalypse.
I make a
love
good
Walking
cheesecake
Dead so
too.
much.
Oh, man.
Man,
He was
I haven't
trying to
made
go for
cheesecake
the-
in a while. It's probably time to make some.
cheesecake.
I like the jiggly cheesecake from the Japanese style.
Oh, yeah, the Japanese style.
Those are
Yeah.
fun.
What's
Really?
that?
Mel hates that stuff.
I'm not
Really?
a big fan of it. Yeah.
Ah,
This is
I'll
like
eat your
whipped
slice.
I'm like the more American traditional.
Yeah, it's like-
It's thick and sweet.
How dare they try to rip
That's
me
all
off?
Philadelphia cheese.
Yeah.
Yeah, give me the real stuff, man.
But I like making the fruity ones.
That stuff's like kryptonite for me.
That's your kryptonite?
Yeah, it makes me sneeze. All the
Oh.
lactose and cheese in it. So I won't.
Sneezing is an interesting reaction. Yeah.
Yeah, I have chronic rhinitis, and that's one of the effects
interesting.
from having certain processed foods and cheese and
Yeah.
things like that. Yeah, it'll affect me like that. But dude, I love cheesecake. I love it, but I can't.
It
have
doesn't love you.
No, it does not. It does not. You know.
That's so sad.
I know.
Yeah.
Right? All the good things are poison for us. Isn't that weird?
I know.
I can't eat everything that I want either. So I just take a little here.
But
and
we
there.
can try, Mel. We
Yeah,
can try.
And I've told Mog quality over longevity already. So.
Did you? Is that what you told her? Yeah. I think about that every once in a while. I'm like, I really shouldn't have this beer or whatever. I'm like, but damn, it tastes good. Or
What else you gonna do?
You don't know how hard it is for me when
Or-
especially when we're at a con and we all go out to eat and drink and
Yeah.
everybody's drinking a beer and I'm refraining. I'm having my ginger ale.
Yeah.
That's good too.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, that's good. But I'm also thinking, just ginger ale is good. Kind of wish I could have that beer though.
Yeah, right.
Let's be real though. Like, the only reason why I think people love drinking, I'm just projecting here because I love drinking, is because I just want to get drunk. That's it. I don't care the quality, the taste, the whatever. Just get me drunk. Get me to that place very fast, please. That's all.
Yeah. I mean, but if it could taste good,
Yeah.
while you get there, let's do that too.
So the things that I look for is that it tastes good. And I like the way how it
have-
goes down my throat when it kind of has that kind of scratchiness to it.
Exactly.
Yeah, I like that feeling.
Exactly. All you need is just a can of Coke. Mix it with whatever, like super hard liquor because it'll get you there faster. And then you down that, and it's the best. But,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Now there's just dispensaries everywhere. Like, dude, we live on Harbor in Costa Mesa, right off of Fair Drive. So it's like the main street. We have at
Yeah, I know where that is.
least 7 dispensaries on Harbor Drive.
right there.
And I'm just like, what the heck is going on? It reminds me of when I was. Do what?
7 dispensaries, huh?
Yeah, 7. It's just a lot, right? It
I know.
reminds me.
Right there.
Yeah, it reminds me when I was in.
And they're all
San Diego.
surviving?
Yeah, I all doing well. Actually, some of them are chains.
What does that tell you about that area?
Well, I mean, because some of these places are beyond just Costa Mesa.
Yeah.
But, like these chains. But it just reminds me of like when I was younger in my 20s and when, I was in the Navy in San Diego, every place we went to all of a sudden had like IPA beers. Like IPA beer just started popping up everywhere. And it was like, do you want to get drunk or do you want to get shit-faced drunk off of one beer as fast as possible and have it taste like, metal? I'd take the second one, please. But you can only do that so much until you hate yourself.
Yeah.
Like, IPAs are gross to me now as an adult.
Yeah.
Not my beer.
It makes
I
me
need a
barf for some reason. And the hangover from that is like disgusting. The nausea. Damn it, I
high
don't know
alcohol
what to do.
dark beer.
Yeah.
Oh.
Guinness. Yeah. Or like, I don't know. It just.
All right, let's go around the room, take a look at where everybody's at with the auction here. And there is Snoopy up in the sky, fighting the Red Baron, chasing him all around with Woodstock on top of his head. Da-da-dun-dun-dun-dun. Good job, Moggy. Okay.
Thank you.
And here is Creature from the Black Lagoon. Looking for a bid of 75. That is cool. Look at that.
That is gorgeous.
Oh. And now we have May. Looking for a bid of 80 on that, I believe.
Simple.
And then last but not least, Grump.
Ta-da!
Nice.
Very nice. Very
I love
colorful.
it.
Definitely worth framing and putting it up. There's this, yeah, that would be a fun piece to put up, especially if you've got a baby or a girl's room, or even a nice little area where you like to just sit down and have cake and coffee and tea.
I like the sound of that.
It's got food on the brain.
Yeah. Wherever you like to eat your whole turkeys, just put that up.
Oh, man. I thought that turkey was going to last us a whole week. I'm going to give it 2 more days. All right. If you haven't yet, Pound-sign EXP Grump. That will get you in the running for the free giveaways. And we're going to do that very shortly after this commercial break. So don't go away. We'll be right back.
FOC, a comic industry term for the final day a new comic can be ordered by a local comic shop. So what does that mean to you? Well, it's your last chance to order a new comic book from your local comic shop. Order up! The FOC show will go over every book that's about to be cut off every Friday afternoon.
I'm going to highlight some of the stuff that I think is really worth paying attention to,
so that you can put in an order at your LCS for as many copies or as many variant covers as you want.
Sometimes the store needs to know to up their orders.
Never miss out on a popular comic again. Order up, part of the experience.
According to a statistic that I just made up, people spend 4 hours a day changing the television channel. People who watch The Experience don't do that. Save yourself a ton of time by tuning into The Experience and enjoying our new original programming 7 days a week. And then tell your friends. Think about the money they could save on batteries in the remote alone just by tuning into The Experience. Find out more by scanning the QR code below.
Live from New York. What? Oh, sorry. Live from Cleveland? It's Friday night? It's Friday Night Live! With Nancy McCann. And Ricky. And sometimes Carlos. And featuring boxes and boxes of rare comics. Unique collectibles. Lots of smiles and conversations with new friends. Friday Night Live with Comics Unlimited. Friday night from 9 to 11 on The Experience.
right. Thanks again for coming back on this Thursday night before WonderCon. And like I said, if you haven't yet, put in pound sign EXP Grump. And we'll be doing those giveaways, which I believe I have right here. So what we're going to be giving away tonight, first are these from Cat Bat Studios, these little kind of coaster marker things. And then I got this art piece, kind of like a giant postcard. Oh, God, I forget what the series is called. But we got that going. And then we got these cool stickers that I got. I can't even remember who. A lot of this stuff I can't remember, like who gave them to us. But I can kind of take a look at it. One there. There's the other one. Some pretty cool guys. They kind of look like they could be Grump's friends.
Oh, I just caught a little look of that. Yeah.
Yeah. They're kind of like real rad looking. There's one guy.
Oh,
they're like,
skateboard.
They're all skateboarders. Yeah. There's another one. Here's another guy. Boom.
Yeah, I like those.
Yeah. All right. So that's what we got going on later on. And we did get a bid on for Grump.
Yay!
Let's see if it was right. Let's see, when was that?
Wow.
I believe I thought I saw that. I'm pretty sure I did. Oh, there it is. 50 on Beth from Tony Anderson. Thank you for that, Tony.
Thank you.
And if you are the winner of anything tonight, make sure you fill out that form so that we know exactly where it should go. See, in light of Sean's discussion about cannibalism, I was chowing down on one finger. Now I got a sandwich.
Oh, I meant to look that up.
You know, listening to these like mad cow disease, bird disease, blah blah, like don't you sometimes suddenly feel, maybe I should just eat more vegetables instead. It's just, I don't know, it just doesn't feel right, But I don't like vegetables, so what do we do?
Yeah, so it's a real trap.
So what are you working on now, Mog?
I'm thinking maybe I'll do like a samurai kind of Electra or something like that.
Well, you got half an hour. And what do you want the starting bid on that?
Oh, this one? I don't know, maybe like 50, or no, maybe 20. I don't know.
20? 50? Which is it?
Huh? What'd you say?
Which is it?
Let's just do maybe 20.
All right, starting off to 20.
Yeah. Because this is like really a sketch. It's going to be pretty rough.
All right, and if you're watching last week, where we had Rob Multari, who has his Night Wolf series. So if you haven't backed that yet and would like to, go ahead and check that out. I believe it's got one day left, or a couple of days left on that. And then we'll be launching Snowpaw #2, which Paul will be working on shortly to finish by next month. Right. And Rexy Vampire from Kurt Zauer, which Mog has also worked on, is running on Kickstarter. So go ahead and back her up there. She does the interiors and the covers. And that's doing really well. Next week should be pie week. We'll have a good lemon meringue. I just had a lemon pie yesterday, Stevie. Mr. Millwright, yes, I did. Eddie, both. Okay, that's on there. So let's take care of it. Good luck to everybody. A little shot here. Wishing Mog a happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
There you go.
Happy.
All right, let's go ahead and do these giveaways. So you still got time if you haven't yet. Put in £1 EXP Grump. And the first thing we're going to give away are these cat bat art, little coaster kind of things. Rolling it. Space Case Collectibles. Wow.
Yay!
That's one I haven't seen in a while. Okay. So my thing is kind of moving up here. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is this giant art piece. I'm going to go ahead and roll for that. That is going to Avon B. Congratulations. And for the last set are these beautiful stickers that are a good size too. So let's go ahead and roll for that. Chris. Oh, get stuck one. Wow, good to see it's a lot of you guys that haven't won anything in a while. So don't forget to fill out the form that's in the comments so that way we know exactly where all this is going to. Don't have to pay for anything to that. We will go ahead and ship those out to you. Okay. And Jason, did you have something that you wanted to do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I got a couple.
All right, here we go.
So I have printed up 50 of these limited edition ashcan previews of Returned.
Nice.
It's the first 19, 20 some pages, all the black and white ink, lettered.
Wow.
Be read. Ends on a good cliffhanger. Good little taste of the book.
Love those tasty teasers. All right,
Yeah.
so let's go ahead and roll for that. And set that up while we're waiting for that.
Number 11. 11 of 50.
Thank you. All right, here we go. Is that the winner? Or are we waiting to roll?
The winner?
That is the winner.
Okay, that's the winner.
Okay,
Ryan Riley.
Congrats,
Okay, there we
Ryan.
go. And was that how many of those did you want to do, Jason? Was it just that one?
Just the one. Yeah.
Okay, there we go. All right, thank you everybody for that. Thank you, Jason, for that too. That was great. That guy is pretty lucky to be getting that piece there.
Signed live.
Fantastic. Yeah. So don't forget to, if you can, back that project up, and you won't have to wait long for issue 2 to be coming. That will be coming in only just a couple of weeks. Jason will be launching that.
Yeah, I did. I did a podcast, a 2-dimension podcast, and one of the guys in there was very mad at where I left the book, where I end part 1. So
Fantastic.
you at least don't have to wait too long.
There you go. Next week is going to be very interesting. We have JC Grande, who's been with us like a few times already, so he's coming back. but this time he will be coming back as the featured guest. He's got his own project that he's been working on, and if you've been following him, you'll see the artwork that he posts. Kind of very somewhat similar to Jason's, where he uses a lot of black. Very, very nice art, self-taught, and didn't go to school. Doesn't really follow any. Doesn't have a favorite artist or anything. It's just sees what he likes and just kind of did it on his own.
Nice.
Very interesting. Now he'll be joined by Caleb Addy. I think that's how you pronounce his name. So this is a guy that actually won. He entered the Sponuary contest that Todd McFarlane did, and he actually won the villains category for that. So we'll be having him here next week, and also fan favorite Jen Leonard will be with us as well. Right, so that will be an exciting night to see, just like we have here tonight. Yeah, Return looks great. You got to check it out,
Return looks great.
Mr. Nope. Yeah.
Thank you.
The Savage Line Supergirl was supposed to be something that she was going to work on, Stevie. But you know how women are. They do have the privilege of changing their mind.
Uh-oh.
And Kyle, if you go ahead and post that link up in the comments again where they can sign up for. Just so that way Ryan Riley knows where that's at. Okay. And looking across, looks like mine is done. Black Creature is done. Grump is getting some final touches. And was that Electra that you're working on, Mark?
I don't know. I think maybe I'll do. I don't know if you guys know Baylet.
Oh, Baylet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does anybody know Baylet?
There goes another change. Yeah. You never know. You never know. Okay. And Neil, thanks for that. He placed the bid on Jason's Creature from the Black Lagoon.
Thank you.
And tipped in an extra $1 for that, 76. Thank you very much for that, Neil. And let's see, Tony Anderson is on drunk. We got that. We still got time to put in additional bids if you guys want. Go ahead. We'll watch. Any other projects you got in the lineup that you're maybe thinking about, Jason?
So yeah, after Returned, my hope is I can just go write another book, different book, something else. The ultimate dream would be just continuing to write my own stuff and keep putting it out.
Right.
That's looking pretty great. But yeah, I have ideas. So this book, Returned, came from a 24-hour comic day book that I did.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And that started there and then expanded the story. And that is kind of the same thing I'm going to do with my next book. And that should be pretty fun. Should be pretty fun. Good. Giant monsters, the tropical islands of Ohio, and weird 1900s health spas.
And Stevie writes, I get enough of that at home, Mog. I think it's my wife's mantra. Change is good. I get it a lot. That's what makes it fun around here. You never know what's going to come up. Thank you, Chris, for stopping by. I appreciate that you like the artwork and everything. This year, I'm trying to bring as much new faces as I possibly can, keeping it a good mix of like having returned artists come on and creatives, trying to keep up with them, and then bringing in somebody new. So, like next week, I have Caleb Addy coming by. So he's somebody new. I actually met him last year and got to know him a little bit. Thought it was an interesting. I think you guys are going to like what he does, and his take on monsters, because that's what he likes drawing as well, and putting out there.
Monsters are great. You can't really draw them wrong.
Yeah, it's hard to get them wrong. Yeah.
Nobody's gonna be like, that's not what monster looks like.
Yeah, you can't say that anatomically is wrong. You can't say that.
Yeah.
You know, Jason.
Yeah.
Like, did you when you started drawing? Did you use a pencil or mechanical pencil?
I used a mechanical pencil on the creature cover. Just
No. When you were young, when you started out drawing.
When I was young.
Was it a pencil or was it a mechanical?
Yeah, it probably would have been pencils. Yeah.
Okay. Do you miss using pencils, or you're just now more like, I like mechanical pencils better to draw with?
I like mechanical pencils better to draw with, just because I don't have to worry about sharpening and all that. And I'm really just trying to get a basic outline done to work from. So I don't miss it. It's all smudgy. You can't travel with it.
How about you, Beth? How did you start up? Did you start up with traditional, or were you straight into digital?
Oh, traditional. How far are we going back here?
As far back as you want to go.
Yeah, I think. Oh no, it's well, way back. I actually wanted to do traditional animation. So that was a lot of pencil and just cheap paper. But by the time I got out of school, it was going to CG animation, and I was kind of less interested in that. So it took me a while to kind of land on something I wanted to do. And I think it was more, it still kind of harkens back to me wanting to do animation, which is I really like storytelling kind of art. So comics was a really good fit for that, but there was a lot of competition to be that kind of artist. And I kind of, at that time, it was mostly superhero stuff. So I kind of snuck in and weaseled my way eventually into coloring comics at Top Cow. So I colored, as you guys all know, for a super long time. And there was a point where I was feeling my drawing skills atrophying. So that's kind of the birth of Grump, where I wanted to start drawing again. And that was basically kind of what I do, which is pencils, maybe some multi-liner kind of things. And it was a lot of Photoshop coloring over pencils. And even in coloring comics, I would still kind of use watercolor washes for backgrounds and kind of scan them in and do some digital stuff on top of that. So I kind of try to mix it up. I like tangible art, so I'm trying to practice doing more of this kind of watercolor stuff, just to have, art to show like this. There's a time and a place for digital, but I like traditional stuff.
Yeah, so I've been a long fan of tradition, always have been, going way, way back. Fell in love with John Buscema's pencils back in the day and go, wow. I didn't know. I liked the art then that I saw in the comic books, but when I went to my first con and I saw what real pages look like and looking at the art, it just kind of blew me away.
That's interesting. Most of all the comic artists that I talk to, they really just like, they give the same type of answer like Jason said. They don't really like regular pencils. They just prefer to use mechanical pencils instead. So, yeah. It's just interesting.
Yeah, it's tough to do finished work and have it survive moving around.
Yeah. What about you, Sean? Do you like pencils, or do you like mechanical pencils to draw now?
Oh, so the pencils I use now, it's pretty funny. So every holiday, right, like Valentine's Day or whatnot, Target will have these. Remember these pencils from like elementary school. You take the tip and you when it gets dull, you just put it at the bottom.
Yeah.
Right. So those those are super cheap at Target during the holidays. So I have like a pack of like 50 of them, and I'm like, no more sharpening. Great. Right? Like I don't have to have sharpening like or pencil shavings everywhere. I'm like, hell yeah. Or be like, where's my sharpener? And I'll be like, screw that. Just take it at the top and put it in the bottom. And I feel like I'm 10 years old again, but I don't care. So I have a ton of these because they're so cheap, and I'm like, and I don't have to worry about sharpening. And yeah, that's what I use now. Sounds silly, but that's what I do, and it works great.
Whatever works.
It's probably too much plastic, but we all have plastic in our bodies anyways. So
Who are you drawing now, Jason?
Drawing a Mel, a zombie Mel.
Zombie Mel. Okay, so I looked up the mad cow thing, and I knew there was drama, but so the guy who discovered they're called pyrons, and he was in Papua New Guinea for a while, and what a lot of these tribes would do is, because they didn't have a lot of protein in their diet, is when anybody would die in their family, instead of burying them, they would eat them, right? Yeah. So that led to that type of thing, and he discovered the pyrons, and so he became a Nobel laureate, and the mad cow disease came from cows eating meal that had sheep and like other cow like things in it, which is weird to me because I'm like, yo, they're vegetarian, right? So there's some weird
into the meal.
But that's what they did. They ground up that stuff and put it into the meal, not knowing that would happen. But it was first discovered by this guy. But anyways, this guy who was a Nobel laureate, also when he was in Papua New Guinea, he was known for adopting boys, and he was thought as a humanitarian.
Oh no!
What was he doing with the boys?
And then later,
oh my God! Was he touching them?
Yeah, that came out. A bunch of like pedophilia.
Interesting.
And it was like, so.
Carl said stop.
Long story short, but I feel like he was studying it there. Then he went to England, but he was an American pediatrician. I don't know. Something happened where it was like he was studying there, and it happened.
Carl is putting a stop.
The thing.
Carl is saying please stop.
We have to censor it. Sorry, buddy.
No more stories. No more stories.
No more stories at all.
No more stories at all.
I didn't do it. I'm just telling that's how it happened.
Not about doctors who adopt small children for nefarious reasons.
Oh, okay.
But can you talk about the mad cow disease?
Yeah, but the mad cow disease part. God. All right. This is an adult show, a family show. Families are different now.
PG-13 show.
PG-13 show?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. I don't know how they figured feeding cows and cow meal to cows was going to be fine, but anyways. Yeah. I did a little deep dive, but I feel like there's
how is so they found out that now it was actually the human fault.
Well, humans fed the cows. The humans fed the cows, but But the thing is like the pyron thing from, Papua New Guinea. The thing that was fed to the cows, because the cows were eating the cows, it just made the same thing happen to people in Britain for some reason. It was like an offshoot of it. It's weird, right? Because like you wouldn't think that would happen, but it transmuted into it. So I don't know.
So people became hungry for each other in a literal sense?
No.
It can happen whenever you eat brains. The prions get in there, and it's not a good thing to eat.
Yeah. Just vegetarian as much as you can, right?
Okay.
Majority of your plate should be the color of the rainbow.
Oh God.
And yeah.
Well,
Okay.
I want to thank you guys for coming out tonight. It's wonderful to see everybody and catch up, and we'll definitely do this again. We'll have everybody back at some point in time. So next week, be sure to join us when we have JC Grande, Cable Eddie, and Jen Leonard. All right. So thanks again for joining us, and we'll see you guys next week. Take care.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Join the party. Head over to our link tree to find all the links for everywhere the experience is all the time.